Grinder response video. Well, first things first. Seems like it's a really consistent theme with cutting materials. Never go too fast, and you can always go slower, especially with feed rate and cutting rate. It was really interesting to start off with turning the saw up like it has a pneumatic. I think either pneumatic or hydraulic. I couldn't quite tell. I thought it'd be pneumatic, but doesn't really matter. Either way, you set the saw, put the saw up. Never buy the tensioning handle for the saw blade, because if it gets too tight, the blade will jump, or too loose, and it doesn't allow it to actually cut. Uh, but then you go back to set it up, lock it in place, put your material in, clamp it down, make sure it's steady. Don't want your material to go and fly out somewhere else and then become a moving projectile and hurt someone. Then after that, you want to first figure out what type of material. Softer is, the faster the feed rate and the cut rate you can go through. Harder material, usually slower the feed rate and slower the material cut rate. It seemed like was like between 2 and 3 is one of the best ones for just starting off, and you can always go slower. You don't want too fine of a chips, and you don't want too long or too big of chips, because then you end up buying the saw or dawing it too quickly. It's too fine, you're not cutting fast enough. It's a really neat trick about how to cut really thin with the extra little bar there where you lined it up. That was really cool, seeing how you can actually extend the vise basically by clamping it down, pushing it down, and wedging it in there. That was a really cool trick, I thought. Is there anything else? Overall, keep things clear, be smart, keep your head up. Now, wearing gloves around that, you're not actually really close to cutting material usually, so I wouldn't know about gloves. I usually don't like wearing machine. I mean, you need gloves for certain things. There's obviously that, but I think around usually spinning objects, especially machine tools where things get pulled in and suck your hand in, I would not recommend gloves there. Safety glasses must. Overall, pretty good.